tonight, all in the first half. Sherry Dern was next with 12. Kristen Kennebeck had 10 for Coach Larry Littlefield and the Lady Wildcats. Again, our final score, Glidden Ralston wins it 59-38. Stick around. We are set for the boys matchup here tonight. East Greene, of course, versus Glidden Ralston, and the starting five. First, the home team, Glidden Ralston, Nathan Seaton jumping center, Tony Whitaker, Clay Morris, and Andy Pudens, and Jason Rohrbeck. Ralston is 1-1 on the season, 0-1 in conference play after their loss to Guthrie Center last Friday night. They are coached by, of course, Kirk Tilleen, assisted by Craig Lynch. East Greene, they are coached by Dean Lyons, and their starting five consists of Greg Leonard, Jared Toon, Matt Gunn, Dustin Fouch, and Isaac Gannon. All juniors and sophomores, not a senior. The entire lineup for East Greene. Clay Moore is going to try to get things going for Glidden Ralston. And he does in a big way with a three-pointer. Greg Leonard, a sophomore. And East Greene trying to answer, cannot, with the shot by Leonard off the mark. East Greene team looks a little bit more formidable than I remember them from last year. Looks like they filled out a little bit. That shot by Pudens off the mark, and it's rebounded there by Jared Toon, a junior. So a very young team here for Coach Dean Lyons and the East Greene Hawks. Shot partially blocked by Rohrbeck, I do believe. Turnover. It will be Hawk ball. Glidden Ralston threatening a little bit of a three-quarter court press. Just a minute and a half gone by here. 3-0 Glidden Ralston. That little double dip move, no good. And then the rebound was put back and in by Dustin Fouch. 3-2 is our score. And another turnover for Glidden Ralston. East Greene looks like size-wise they can push Glidden Ralston around just a little bit as we see Fouch get his second rebound but cannot make the attempt. So 1 point lead, and we have a foul against Nathan Seaton on the charge. That's the first team and the first personal foul against Nathan Seaton. It's the cord. Try plugging it in again, will you? Yeah, that's loose there. Here we go. 3-2 is our score. Glidden Ralston hanging on to a 1-point lead. Little fall-away jumper and knocking it down is Jer Toon. And East Greene has the lead 4-3. If I remember correctly, last year at home here, Glidden Ralston swept East Greene, and they beat them pretty convincingly here at home. And East Greene looks more active than I remember them. Of course, they're a young team, and a lot of these guys saw quite a bit of varsity action last year. You play a full year of varsity, you have everybody coming back practically. It makes quite a bit of difference from year to year. East Greene with the 1-point lead. Now they're faced with the full court press, and they get it up ahead now to Matt Gunn. Cannot convert the fast break. Here comes the Wildcats. A tough shot by Andy Pudens. Andy, a senior, now gives his team a 1-point lead, 5-4, and a reach-in foul against Nathan Seaton. Second personal, second team foul. Just barely 3 minutes gone by here in this ball game. Seaton cannot quite control that one. It is run down by Isaac Gannon. There's a tough shot. Nice soft touch, but it would not go down. And the Wildcats clear it. Clay Morris should be called for the travel as he's triple teamed over there. First substitute of the ball game is Clay Morris will have a seat. He's replaced in the lineup by freshman Jeremy David. 1-point Wildcat lead. Greg Leonard being guarded by David. That one's off the mark, rebounded by Tony Whitaker. In that big loss to Guthrie Center, and it was a 67-42 win for the Tigers over Glidden Ralston in Guthrie Center on Friday night. Whitaker. Rohrbeck's going to try for the third time, has it knocked away. And now Pudens will try baseline jumper, no good. Whitaker gets it up ahead now to Leonard, who controls it for the Hawks. Underneath is Gunn. He gets a second try at it and knocks it down. Matt Gunn has 2 points, and the lead back to East Greene now, 6-5, and a blocking foul against Gunn. Actually, it was Gannon, number 35, not 25, and that is the first team foul for East Greene. Blair Danner will check in now for Nathan Seaton for Coach Kirk Killeen and the Wildcats. In that loss last Friday night to Guthrie Center, that score a little deceiving, 67-42. Glidden Ralston not having a performance they're very proud of, I'm sure, as Tony Whitaker gets the bucket. And the pressure causing the turnover as Glidden Ralston gets the lead back at 7-6, as early on here the lead seesawing just a bit. 3:20 left, opening period. Tony Whitaker, tough shot. Leonard, the rebound. Did the little head fake, and it worked on Danner that time. Ball tapped away from behind by David. And Leonard, just a sophomore, kind of likes the fancy plays a little bit. See how effective they are as the game continues on. A little behind the back pass by Leonard. Well, he's getting some style points, just not being real effective right now. We have a foul, however, against Glidden Ralston. We'll go against Jeremy David. That is the third team foul committed by Glidden Ralston, and that sends Matt Gunn to the free throw line. Trying to tie it up now with the free throw. His team trails at 7-6. And he does. 3 points for Gunn, and we're all tied up at 7. Danner does a nice job of controlling that one before it goes out of bounds, and his pass is then tapped out of bounds, so the Wildcats will inbound it from underneath their own basket. Pudens, his foot was on the line. Gunn unable to save it before it goes out of bounds. Well, East Greene has some size inside with Dustin Fouch and Jared Toon. Got a husky fellers in there. Not going to be able to push him around just real easy. Andy Pudens, little nifty move there. He now has 4 points as the lead is 2 at 9-7 for the Wildcats. Here comes Leonard. We'll see what he has up his sleeve. Nice little pass down low to Matt Gunn. Worked rather nicely. 5 points for Gunn to lead his team, and we're tied up at 9 once again. 2:10 left in this first period. David dropping it off for Pudens, and that was a pass, actually, I do believe, trying to hit Rohrbeck, and it a little bit too high, hit the rim. And a charging foul called. No basket as Jared Toon got called for the charge. Back and forth game here early on, and we have a timeout on the floor. And 9-9 is our score with 2:05 left here in the first period. This connection. Minutes exactly left in the first period. Glidden Ralston with the ball, and we're tied up, and a foul called against Fouch against East Greene. Dustin Fouch, his first, team third. Glidden Ralston boys trying to make a sweep of it tonight as the girls won in the first ball game in a convincing manner. This game's turning out to be more competitive, at least here in the first period of play. Blair Danner gets it to Tony Whitaker. His tap will not go, and Fouch clears it for East Greene. There's Leonard with the ball. Decides to take it up, but rather than pass it off this time, and shot no good, but the result good. Rebound and putback for Matt Gunn. He has 7 points, and his team leads it by 2, but just that quickly, Tony Whitaker ties it back up. Whitaker, a quiet player. You don't say his name a lot as far as everything he does is in a quiet fashion, as Danner will be called for the foul. Actually, it's not Danner, it's number 32, Tony Whitaker, his first. Talking about Tony Whitaker is not real flashy, just very workmanlike underneath, and always seems to be around the ball and gets the job done. 1:16 left here in the first period. 11-11 is our score. We get it back out to Leonard now. As so far what I've seen of Leonard, has some moves, but he also does a pretty nice job of getting his teammates involved, that time over the head of Andrew Burkett. As we have several substitutes in the ballgame now on both sides. That pass over the head of Brandon Squibb, number 34, who's checked in for the Wildcats. Glidden Ralston picking and choosing when they go to their full court press. A couple of times we've seen it so far in this first period. It's been pretty successful. Under a minute left in the first quarter. It's all knotted up at 11. There's a tough shot. Nice rebound. The putback off the mark, and once again with some height inside as John Augustus knocks a shot away from Joey Andrews. And we have a travel called against Burkett. Seconds left, first period. David, that tough pass to Squibb somehow got to him. Nice job by Whitaker to corral that one, and Andrews rips it away for East Greene. Ball tapped away from behind once again by David into the arms of Augustus. Down to 10 seconds now as Danner back out to David. Now Blair Danner, so the end of one period with the shot at the end there by Blair Danner gives the Wildcats a 2-point lead, 13-11. And we are set to start the second period of play. Ralston with a slim 2-point lead, 13-11. Jeremy David with the ball. Over to John Augustus. He's joined the lineup by Blair Danner right there. Tony Whitaker working the middle and Brandon Squibb on the near side. Augustus has a block from behind by Jer Toon. And here comes Greg Leonard. So bounce pass inside. It's finally, after being kicked around just a bit, picked up by Danner. And he is slapped on the arm by Leonard. That's the fourth team foul committed by East Greene. As 30 seconds have elapsed now in the second period. Glidden also looking for their second win of the season. They defeated Rockwell City Lytton here last Tuesday night by 8 points. Then losing big to Guthrie Center last Friday night. We have tonight's conference ball game, and then, of course, Friday night, the ball game for you right here as well against Panorama. Nice ball movement shown by the Hawks, and Jared Toon ties things up at 13. And the reach and foul on Toon. Very physical game so far. East Greene with the bulk advantage, especially when you have Dustin Fouch, Toon, and number 25 Matt Gunn in there, as all three are right now. But Glidden also, of course, a very quick squad and feisty. Brandon Squibb had it blocked. That's 2 blocks down in that same spot that the Hawks not allowing Glidden Ralston to get off that little baseline jumper that they like to so much. There's Fouch, turnaround jumper, no good. He's blocked out nicely by Whitaker. And Tony will bring it across the timeline now. And he'll just go ahead and take it all the way to the basket. Tony Whitaker. I think he deceives a lot of people. I don't think they've, as an opponent, you're looking at Tony when he's handling the ball that he's going to do much with it, but he just continues to make his way straight to the basket. We have seen a spin move he likes to use so many times as he gets the ball in the high post, does a little quick spin, and he's off to the hoop with it, and many times converting it into 2 points. Nice block we saw there by John Augustus. Into the ball game now for the Wildcats, number 22, Justin Walters. Clay Morris needs some help. He gets it off to Whitaker. Nice pass. And a foul on the over the back as Squibb had good position on the inside. Foul committed by Dustin Fouch. Back in the ball game now for Coach Dean Lyons. Number 45, Joey Andrews, replacing Matt Gunn. Fall-away jumper, Tony Whitaker. 8 points for Tony here in this first half, and the lead is 4 now for Glidden Ralston, 17-13. Leonard, that's a tough look at the hoop. Ball stolen right back by Isaac Gannon. He's going to throw one up from three-point range. And here comes Walters now as he's triple teamed. He's Greene using a lot of players. But the pace they're setting, you have to. Everyone on the bench has gotten into the ballgame, I do believe. Well, not everyone quite. There's 2 guys yet that I haven't seen. Squibb wrestles it away from several green jerseys, and quickly back the other way comes Glidden Ralston. Augustus fights for it inside, and Leonard with the carom. Just under 5 minutes left here in the first half. 17-13. Glidden Ralston with the 4-point lead. Andrews is open, has to save it from going out of bounds. And now Fouch has it, and he'll set it up. Joby Hoskinson is number 15 right there, who is called for the travel. Minutes and 40 seconds left first half. 17-13 Wildcats. Walters and Morris in the backcourt, and we have a foul called against the Hawks. That foul will go against Isaac Gannon, his second, and that is the 17th foul committed by East Greene, so the Wildcats are in the bonus. Well, Dan and Kathy Nace, owners of the Wildcat Hardware, invite you to stop by and check out their new Sportsman line for all your fishing and hunting needs. They're open weekdays until 6, Thursday evenings from 7 to 9, and Saturdays from 8 to 1. Or give them a call at 659-3444. That's for Wildcat Hardware. Nice look from Leonard, and Gunn wide open. Kind of gator armed that one. Sometimes those wide open shots that you know you absolutely should make are a little tougher than they need to be. Jason Warbeck back in the lineup now for Glidden Ralston. Pass being tapped away. Here comes Leonard. Nice defense by Morris. Not giving up on the play and getting a piece of that one. Here comes Warbeck knifing his way to the basket. First basket for Jason Warbeck, and a nice snake move, avoiding the contact, and gets the hoop. Timeout on the floor. 19-13. Glidden Ralston out in front. 3 minutes and 48 seconds left here in the first half. 6-point lead enjoyed by Glidden Ralston. That's their largest. They've never trailed in this one, but, well, they have it several times in the opening moments as the lead swung back and forth. 1-point deficits, and a nice little scoop down underneath the gun, and a foul called as Matt Gunn has positioned himself well underneath, and Greg Leonard has found him several times here in this first half. Foul committed by the Wildcats, number 24, Clay Morris. Gunn at the free throw line trying to cut into the 6-point Wildcat lead. Matt gets 1 of 2. He does have 8 points. We have a foul called against East Greene now. Number 33, Dustin Fouch. The guilty party. That is 3, according to my books, on Fouch. Glidden Ralston in the bonus. The line, number 34, Brandon Squibb, a junior. Squibb, I don't believe he got any playing time that we saw last Tuesday night. We've seen a lot of players being used here tonight by Coach Talene that we have not seen, although it's very early in the season. You're still trying to get a feel for who's going to do what for you out there on the floor. And I think pretty much everyone on the Wildcat bench has been in the game here in this first half. Squibb gets 1 of 2. And the lead is back to 6, 20-14. Morris and Walters ready to jump Leonard as soon as he comes across. And the turnover on the errant pass. Jason Rohrbeck will inbound it now for Glidden Ralston. Justin Walters back out now to Clay Morris. Morris, kind of the floor general out there when he's in there. Doesn't score a lot. Does a lot of other important things like setting up the offense and handling the ball. And that pass by Squibb out of bounds. It will go to the Hawks. Andy Pudens checks back in for Brandon Squibb. We got some fashion going on here tonight as well. We have East Greene sporting the headbands. Glidden Ralston sporting the wristbands worn up by the elbows. That's the new style, I guess. The headbands, though, by the Hawks, pretty classic move there. Ball ball tapped away from Andrews. Here comes Walters. He has no numbers, so he charges. As Coach Tillene told him, just nothing was there. Don't try to force the issue, and he nodded in agreement. John Augustus is replaced in the lineup by Tony Whitaker. It's 20-14. Glidden Ralston with the 6-point lead. That matches their largest. 2:45 left in the first half. Jared Toole, Matt Gunn with it, tries to get it across. Whitaker had it momentarily, and it's regained by East Greene. That shot no good. Matt Gunn, though, parks himself underneath there and gets lost. Gunn has 10 points here in this first half. Getting a breather now for East Greene is Isaac Gannon. He's replaced in the lineup by Adam Tucker. East Greene, young team, all sophomores and juniors, not a senior on the squad. So another year, they'll be just that much better. Tony Whitaker having a nice night tonight. Showing some touch from the outside. He has 10 points. 22-16. Lead is 8. Or, I'm sorry, it's back to 6. And that was Gunn down there once again. Riding time by Walters. For Justin, that is his second. Blair Denner checks back in. Walters will get a rest. Just under 2 minutes left here in the first half. 22-16. Matt Gunn has pretty much kept his team in it offensively, doing a lot of damage on the offensive boards. Not having much success from the free throw line, however. Andy Pudens back to Clay Morris. Glidden Ralston trying to extend their 6-point lead. There's Jason Warbeck on the high post. Nice pass and nice move by Pudens. 6 points for Andy Pudens. And the lead is the largest it's been for the Wildcats tonight at 8 points. There's Greg Leonard. Nice shovel pass to Gunn, and he has a little over-the-head scoop and then commits the foul. Well, East Greene has a lot of good thoughts. A lot of times they're just a bit out of control. Matt Gunn, that is his first. Glidden Ralston in the bonus, so Blair Danner will shoot some free throws. Gives me an opportunity to tell you about the Farmers Co-op, another one of our fine sponsors. With 4 locations, the folks at the Farmers Co-op Elevator in Glidden, Litterdale, Lanesboro, and Carroll are there when you need them. Stop and see them for your farm needs. That's the Farmers Co-op. And along with them is First Bank and Trust in Glidden. They are your full-service bank for all your checking and savings needs. See them for loans for your business or farm operation. First Bank and Trust in Glidden has an in-house computer system and convenient banking hours. First Bank and Trust in Glidden, member FDIC. Now Blair Danner sinks the first and sinks the second. He has 4 points, and the lead is 10, 26-16. As we approach 1 minute left here in the first half. With the ball, number 15, that's Joby Hopkinson, and the turnover, Clay Morris. Danner with the finger roll cannot get it to go. A foul called against Glidden Ralston. It was Jason Rohrbeck committing the personal, and the Hawks are in the bonus as well. So at the free throw line, the junior Joey Andrews. 1 minute exactly left in this first half. His team trails by 10. And like the girls team we saw, free throws not their friend. Both the girls and the boys of East Greene struggling from the charity stripe so far tonight. Whitaker, no good. Rebound and putback, no good by Danner. There's Rohrbeck for third try. He's fouled. Andrews frustrated with himself. Nice job by the officials not to do anything about that, realizing that he was just venting a little frustration. It wasn't pointed at anyone in specific. Back to the free throw line is Jason Rohrbeck. Jason led his team in scoring Friday night at Guthrie Center with 10 points. He has 3 so far here tonight. 27-16 is our score. Glidden Ralston with their largest lead. This count. Tucker. His shot partially blocked, I do believe. Trying to save it was Andrews, but it will go to Glidden Ralston. Clay Morris will bring it up. Greene tried pressuring a few times, was turned over. Realized that Glidden Ralston didn't have much trouble handling their press, so they kind of backed off here in the second period. Not to say they may not bring it back in this ball game, especially if it gets closer. Nice little layup there by Andrews. His first basket, 28-18, back to the 10-point deficit. Whitaker loses it. Last touch by Greene, says the official, so the Wildcats will have it with 1.6 seconds left. Danner to inbound. It gets it off to Morris. He'll put it up. 10-point lead for Glidden Ralston at the break, 28-18. To 18 is our halftime score. Glidden Ralston matching their largest lead of the night. They were led in scoring in the first half by Tony Whitaker, who had 10 points. Jason Rohrbeck, Blair Danner with 4. Andy Pudens had 6 for the Wildcats. For Greene, they were led by Matt Gunn, who had 10 points. Next in line was Jared Toon with 4. Very rapidly paced first half, a little wild at times. A lot of turnovers. As Toon had a good look at it, and there's Gunn once again, gets the rebound and then draws a foul. Not the tallest guy on their team, but it so far has been the biggest presence inside. And the foul will go against Andy Pudens. Run down the starting lineups for you once again for Glidden Ralston: Jason Rohrbeck, Clay Morris, Nathan Seaton, Tony Whitaker, and Andy Pudens. For Greene, they go with Greg Leonard, Jared Toon, Matt Gunn, Dustin Fouch, and Isaac Gannon. All of them underclassmen. Well, juniors and sophomores, not a senior on the team for Greene. 1 out of 2 for the Hawks. 28-19 is our score. Matt Gunn has 11 points now. Seaton, nowhere to go, gets it back out to Pudens. Gannon looked on kind of a half-hearted attempt there, but must have disrupted the receiver of that one as it went out of bounds. So the turnover as Morris guarding Leonard. There's Gannon. They want to work it down to the Fouch, and he's happy to give it up to Toon. Blocked by Jason Rohrbeck, and then Rohrbeck gains it, then gets a little forearm shiver from Toon. There's Clay Morris. Doesn't look to shoot a lot. That one off the mark. Here comes Leonard back for Greene. 9-point Glidden Ralston lead. Leonard drops it down for Gunn. No good. Another offensive rebound. Another block. Rohrbeck playing some tough defense inside, comes away with it. And the Wildcats will set things up offensively now. Puden's thought about a three. Zone defense being played by East Greene. Nathan Seaton over to Whitaker. Nice baseline move by Tony. A little too strong. Rebound pulled down by Fouch. Almost 2 minutes gone by here in the third quarter. 9-point lead for Glidden Ralston. There's Fouch. Nice move near the basket. Haven't seen a lot from him on the offensive side of things inside, as big as he is. His second basket of the night, and the lead is knocked down to 7. There's a shot by Seaton, very short. Nobody wanted it, so Rohrbeck took it. Now Seaton will go back up. Is fouled on the floor. Let's see who the foul goes against for East Greene. It will go against Matt Gunn, his first team foul of the second half. We have a timeout on the floor. 28-21. Glidden Ralston's 10-point halftime lead has been cut down to 7 early here in the third. Seaton will inbound it. Gets to the Morris, and now Pudens. Wildcats looking for a crack here in that zone defense. Well, there's not one there. A lot of times Jason Rohrbeck can create one. Another nice little body control move we've seen from Jason. He has 6 points on the night. The lead is back to 9, and a steal by Rohrbeck. Guarded by Leonard. Followed by Seaton, no good. And there's Whitaker. So a foul before the shot, I believe. The foul goes against Dustin Fouch. That is 4 personal fouls against Fouch. And he will come out of the ball game replaced in the lineup by Joey Andrews. Rohrbeck wants the ball, and he gets it, and is fouled from behind in the push. It's Andrew Burkett. That's the first on him. Third team foul now on East Greene here. Not even 3 minutes gone by in the third period. Seaton will inbound it once again. Pudens for 3. Rohrbeck off at the rebound. Actually, they called that one on Jason Rohrbeck, saying he came over the back. So that is a second personal foul on Rohrbeck. Well, the Glidden Ralston Lady Wildcats, in case you missed our first game tonight, got on the winning track, winning it over East Greene, 43-19. Little jumper taken there by Gannon, no good. Leonard corrals it for East Greene. And a travel called as Andrew Burkett taking some steps there. As I was saying, the Lady Wildcats get their first win of the season, and the boys team trying to do the same. Well, they have their win. They beat Rockwell City Glidden here last week. They'll have to get their first conference win as Tony Whitaker, with his 12th point now, lead has grown to 11, 32-21. So after that timeout, had 3 consecutive baskets by Glidden Ralston. Nice little jump stop by Burkett, the junior, off the bench. Gets his first 2 points, and the lead has been cut back down to 9. 4 minutes left, third period. Whitaker with the quick pass to Rohrbeck. A little quicker than Rohrbeck thought. Bounced off his nose. Sliding forward is Morris. Going to call the travel on him. Coach Celine wants a foul called instead. Timeout on the floor. Glidden Ralston leads it by 11. 32-23. 3:48 left, third period. Well, 3 minutes, 48 seconds left, third period. You get the feeling that both teams are still trying to get the feel for one another. It's been a kind of a ragtag game here so far. A lot of turnovers. You get that when you have aggressive play like we have here tonight. And a blocking call against Rohrbeck as Gannon took it hard down the sideline. Jason Rohrbeck now has 3 personal fouls. That is the 3rd team foul here in the second half against Glidden Ralston. Leonard trying to make something happen over there and finishes it off. His first basket. He has several assists here tonight. That's his first bucket. And it's a 7-point lead once again, 32-25. The lead at its largest for Glidden Ralston has been 11. Just moments ago we saw that. And East Greene trying to put together a little run here. Well, they let Rohrbeck go underneath the basket there and just missed from directly underneath. Here comes a 3-quarter pressure by Glidden Ralston. Andrews. And there's Gunn. Couldn't get it. And they have a travel called against Clay Morris. East Greene really hitting the boards hard here in the 3rd period. Andrews, Gunn. Gannon in there also fighting for it. Clay Morris and Nathan Seaton will have a seat. Jeremy David and Blair Danner come in to replace those 2 guys. Leonard, nice bounce pass to Andrews. 4 points for Joey Andrews. Give the assist to Greg Leonard, and the lead has been cut down to 5. 32-27. David gets over to Danner. Cross court now to Rohrbeck, and he has it slapped away from behind by Burkett. East Greene not giving up on this one. Hudens is slapped, and he is fouled. Foul goes against number 35, Isaac Gannon. Well, Schoen Lumber Company in Glidden is the place to go for home or business building supplies. They carry a full line of building materials, and be sure to take advantage of their free delivery. Call 659-3795. That's Schoen Lumber on West 1st Street in Glidden. Andy Pudens at the line, has 6 points, has yet to score here in the second half. Back in the ball game now for Coach Dean Lyons and the East Greene Hawks is number 23, Jared Toon, replacing Isaac Gannon. Pudens gets 1 of 2, and the lead is 6, 33-27. Leonard. You always get the feeling that Leonard likes to see the full court press. I think he fancies himself a pretty good dribble, and he is. He handles the ball pretty well. Gives him an opportunity to use some of those skills he's been working on. Toon. Every shot that Toon takes is off balance. At least the shots we've seen so far tonight, we have a jump ball call that will go to Glidden Ralston. And Coach Lyons saying that, just that. Could read his body language saying, get yourself under better control and get a better look at the basket. Danner looking for some room underneath. Gets the finger roll. 6 points on the night for Blair Danner. 35-27. There's Gunn. That one off the mark, and Rohrbeck gets it out of there with 4 jerseys around him. David got away with the travel there, I do believe. He skipped the pass up ahead to Danner, who completes the play, and the lead is back to 10. Foul called against Jeremy David. Got up in the air ever so slightly, and Burkett drew the contact. 1:15 left in the third. 37-27 is our score. Glidden Ralston. Jason Rohrbeck will get a breather. John Augustus in the lineup for the Wildcats. Also in there is Adam Tucker, the sophomore, just got rid of the ball. Give the foul to Augustus there. First on John, 15th foul committed by the Wildcats. There's Gunn. And again, drawing the foul. John Augustus, 2 in a row for him. They had Matt Gunn surrounded, and he did a nice job of initiating the contact. The free throw line, however, has not been friendly to him or the East Greene squad as a whole. Get the second one to roll down. 12 points for Matt Gunn, the leading scorer for the Hawks. David, long three-pointer. Ball out of bounds, touching the wall. 10-point lead, 38-28 for the Glidden Ralston Wildcats here with just under a minute left in the third period. Still plenty of time. We've seen that 10, 11-point lead in this ball game is not that big of a cushion. Whitaker stepped in front of the pass and then was fouled by Gunn. Nice job defensively by Tony Whitaker. Thank you once again for joining us here on 10 TV Sports. Have all the boys and girls home basketball games for you right here. Have another game Friday night as Panorama comes to town, so be sure to join us for the replay of those two ball games. Danner likes that side of the basket. John Augustus picking up another foul. That's 3 quick ones on Augustus. And 7 fouls committed already here by Glidden Ralston, so East Greene will be at the free throw line, which, if you're Glidden Ralston, so far has not proven to be that big of a deal. The Hawks having trouble converting. And Andrews makes a liar out of me there. 5 points for Joey Andrews off the bench. And he knocks down a couple. 7-point lead, 37-30. 20 seconds left, third period. Augustus has it. A little short jumper by John, no good. Tucker clears it for East Greene. Plenty of time for them to get a decent look at the basket. Andrews weaves his way through the crowd and then taps it out of bounds, knocking Whitaker to the ground. 3.7 seconds left, so the Wildcats will have a good opportunity to get a shot off here before the end of the third. They lead it by 7. Tucker steals it, gets it over to 2, and he can't get it to drop. Nice effort there. Just couldn't quite get it. So the end of 3, Glidden Ralston hanging on to a 7-point lead, 37-30. And we are set to enter last quarter of play here in the boys matchup. Even though Glidden Ralston has led most of this ball game, you get the feeling it still could go either way here. Both teams being very aggressive. Both of them already putting the other team in the bonus situation, so every foul will be a free throw. Toon adjusting his shot in the air. And the Hawks really getting after it here in the second half. Nice play there by Gannon. Knocking it off the leg of Danner, I believe. East Greene has had multiple opportunities on the offensive side of things here. Haven't been that successful in converting them, but they've given themselves a lot of chances. And Danner with the reach-in foul. That's the first on Blair. But Gannon will go to the free throw line. Well, the Glidden RAC has another great way of heating. It's thermal storage heat. Its cost is reduced with off-peak rates, low installation, and very inexpensive equipment cost. The heat rises out of the floor where the comfort is best. If you're thinking about adding on a new workshop or building a new home, call the Glidden RAC at 1-800-253-6211 The Glidden RAC providing you with more than just power. First points of the night for Isaac Gannon. Gets 1 of 2, and there's the rebound by Fouch and the putback. 6 points for Dustin Fouch, who has to be careful with 4 fouls, but it's a 4-point game here. 37-33. East Greene, as I said, with that aggressive play, creeping in back into it. Little by little, there's Whitaker. He's fouled by Gannon. That is 4 now on Isaac Gannon. Gannon and Fouch with 4, and Matt Gunn with 3 for Glidden Ralston. Jason Warbeck has 3, as does John Augustus, and that's it as far as foul trouble for the Wildcats. Still plenty of time to decide this one. Glidden Ralston leading it by 4, 37-33. Tony Whitaker, good free throw shooter at the line. For Tony, he had 10 first half points. He now has 13. And now make it 14. The lead back to 6. Long pass. Little bank shot is good by Gannon. So Gannon coming alive here on both sides of the ball. 39-35. Ball thrown away. Coach Lyons likes his team's defensive play as Clay Morris checks back in now for the Wildcats, replacing Jeremy David. And he promptly comes in and gets the steal. There's Walters at the elbow. Danner taps it to himself to keep it alive for the Wildcats. Warbeck's little spin move in the middle. And East Greene now with the ball and a chance to cut into the 4-point lead. That pass by Leonard, picked off by Rohrbeck. We got a block on Leonard. It looked like momentarily the official not sure what he wanted to do there. Right call, I do believe, is Leonard definitely moving on that play. For Leonard, his second. Just a sophomore is number 13. And at the line, Jason Rohrbeck. Rohrbeck, kind of a quiet night for him scoring-wise. He has 6 points. Still plenty of time in this ball game to add to that. And they're going to need some production from him if they want to keep in front of the pesky Hawk team here tonight. Rohrbeck's been causing Leonard some problems. 6:28 left in the ball game. 39-35 our score. Glidden Ralston has led pretty much throughout this entire ball game. Clay Morris, nice job of keeping ahead of the defense with the layup. 5 points now for Clay Morris, and a foul called on Walters of Glidden Ralston. Walking the other way now to shoot some free throws is Greg Leonard. Battling a little bit of a problem there. I think he might have a cut lip or something like that. Doesn't want to come out of the ball game because of a blood problem, so he's been running over periodically to get wiped down by the coach. Leonard gets the first one to go down. (41-36). Well, make it 41-37. Leonard only his 4th point, but he's been an active role player in this comeback. The 4-point game. East Greene hanging right there. 6 minutes left in the ball game. Whitaker over to Seaton, has it tapped away by Leonard. Whitaker gets the carom, his fall-away jumper no good, and Fouch there to clean things up for the Hawks. Fouch has 4 fouls, he has to be careful. Long rebound taken by East Greene. There's a long three-point attempt. And Rohrbeck rips it away from Whitaker and throws it out of bounds. Well, both teams can't complain that they haven't had opportunities because there are plenty of turnovers to go around for both sides. Kind of makes for a fun game to watch. A lot of up and down action. There's Matt Gunn. He's been quiet. He single-handedly kept East Greene within striking distance in this first half with his play underneath. There we see another offensive rebound, and the foul almost got that one to fall as committing the foul was Tony Whitaker, his second. And we have a timeout on the floor with 5:17 left in the ball game. Glidden Ralston hanging on to a 4-point lead, 41-37. At the free throw line, number 25, Matt Gunn, who has 12 points, leading the way for his team, which is trailed at times by 11. Right now, the deficit is 4, and make it 3 after that free throw. If he makes this is as close as they've been in a long time. Off the mark, Rohrbeck, the rebound. Nice job of dribbling the ball so he wouldn't be called for traveling as he went down. And then the over and back, unless Leonard gets to it, which he does. Actually, Morris touched it first, so the over and back call is the call. 41-38, just a three-point game with 5:06 left here to be played. Underneath his pouch, and he was fouled, I believe, by Rohrbeck. That's 4 now on Jason Rohrbeck. Justin Walters has 3, as does John Augustus. But Rohrbeck, a starter, has 4 now. And Dustin Fouch at the free throw line. East Greene doing a little better job at the stripe, but still not hitting a high enough percentage, I'm sure, if you're Coach Dean Lyons. That one catches the front of the rim and bounces in good for Fouch, who has 7 points. It's a 2-point game, folks, 41-39. And East Greene's defense seems to be getting tougher and tougher all the time. There's Nathan Seaton, no good. Taps it. And Fouch is there to clean things up. Gets it over to Gannon now, and the Wildcats will retreat and set up their defense. There's Leonard. Called the travel on Leonard, and he doesn't believe that. Actually, he took 2 steps was all. It didn't really look like a travel, but that's why I'm not officiating, I guess. Haven't heard from Tony Whitaker. Times he's touched the ball has been on the high post. Like right there, that one partially tapped over by Toon. Just enough to make it go off the fingertips of Whitaker, and the Hawks would like to tie it right here and not maybe take the lead with a 3. Gannon going to try it. Ball being tapped around. Danner controls it now for Glidden Ralston. 4 minutes left in the ball game. 41-39 Wildcats. There's Whitaker going to the basket, and that usually means good things. 16 points for Tony Whitaker. He leads everyone in scoring thus far. 43-39. That pass is intercepted by Danner. He drops it off nicely for Seaton. Missed the bunny. Fighting hard for it, so it's Seaton, and he draws the foul. I believe it goes against Greg Leonard. Well, nice job there by Nathan Seaton. He missed the short little shot, but stayed with it. and got the rebound back and got himself some opportunities at the free throw line. And in a close game, of course, it always seems to come down to free throws. Glidden Ralston, looking at their past history, and in this ball game has had a better percentage than East Greene has so far. 1 and 2 for Seaton at the line. It's a 5-point Wildcat lead, 44-39. And we've got a foul called against Gannon of East Greene on the screen, and he's out of the ball game. That's his 5th. Wes Bunnell, owner of Clark Plumbing and Heating at 1005 North Elm Street in Jefferson, would like to cheer the Wildcats on. For all your heating and air conditioning needs, call Wes at 515-386-3614 at Jefferson, your full-line Lennox dealer. They call the technical on him? Be hot. I believe we had a technical call here. Nathan Seaton, well, first of all, who was fouled on the play, will shoot the 1-and-1, and he missed the front end, so that's no good. Now Andy Pudens will step up to shoot the 2 technical shots. I'm not sure who the technical was on, if it was on the coach or the players or whoever it was on. Whoever committed it did it quietly and didn't draw a lot of attention to themselves. And so far, it hasn't hurt East Greene as far as points scored against. 44-39, still just a 5-point lead for Glidden Ralston. Although it's been a pretty tight game, 11 points was the largest lead enjoyed by the Wildcats, and in this kind of ball game, that's not very much. Officials getting things straightened with the scorer's bench. Glidden Ralston will have the ball now, leading it by 5. Three minutes, 23 seconds left in the ball game. Clay Morris, Nathan Seaton, Tony Whitaker, Andy Pudens, and Blair Danner in there for the Wildcats. And it looks like they're going to make sure they get a good look at the basket. East Greene in a zone defense, so why not? You got the lead. Time is on your side. Why not make them extend their defense a little bit and open up some better looks at the basket for you? That's exactly what they're doing, and here comes East Greene now. And a reach in on Toon. Number 23. On J.R. Toon, that is his 3rd. And Andy Pudens goes back to the free throw line after missing a couple just moments ago on the technical shots. Under 3 minutes to be played here now. 44-39 is our score. Glidden Ralston has led pretty much this entire ball game except for early on in the first period. Now Pudens feels more comfortable. There's other people around there on the lane, apparently. On the technical shots, he missed them. People gathered around. He gets 1 of 2. 8 points tonight for Andy Pudens. And the lead is 6 for the Wildcats. 2:40 left in the ball game. Toon. Jumper no good. Pudens had position, tapped it to Morris. And now the Wildcats will extend that defense once again. The Fouch almost kept it alive. Nice defense by him. Whitaker shoves it over now to Seaton. A nice ball movement here by the Wildcats. 2 minutes, 15 seconds left and running. East Greene feeling it's too early to foul. Trailing only by 6. Now Whitaker And Fouch, who had 4 fouls, cannot go very aggressively after Whitaker. And Tony now with 18 points. The lead is 8, 37-29. Under 2 minutes now left in the ball game. Leonard is trapped. Gunn able to get it. Nice job by Matt Gunn. And a timeout on the floor. So Matt Gunn has 14 points, and the lead is just 6 for Glidden Ralston, 47-41. A minute 44 left in this ball game. 1 minute, 44 seconds left to be played. Glidden Ralston leading at 47-41. And here's that full court press by East Greene. Whitaker has it. Drops it down for Danner, tapped away by Leonard, and stolen back by Morris. Quick hands. Double teamed as Morris. And do we have a foul called? No, timeout. Alert play there by Clay Morris. Glidden Ralston, after the alert timeout by Clay Morris as he was double teamed in the corner. Inbound the ball with a minute and a half left to be played. They lead it by 6. Seaton almost losing it. Danner now inside to Whitaker, goes up, and a blocking foul called. And that's Fouch. No, it's not Fouch. It is Gunn. That's the 4th now on Matt Gunn. Whitaker at the free throw line. Jay's Align, Highway 30 East in Carroll. They're experts when it comes to front-end alignments and all your car needs. At Jay's Align, they'll inspect your brakes, steering, suspension, and, of course, your tires. Jay's Align carries a superb line of tires, including Michelin, CF Goodrich, Uniroyal, and Multi-Mile. For all your car's needs, call John at Jay's Align, Highway 30 East in Carroll. And the staff and providers at St. Anthony Glidden Medical Clinic are available to meet you and your family's health care needs. Deb Bergloff, nurse practitioner, Dr. Michael McFarland, and Dr. Dominic Ervelli provide medical care to patients of all ages. The St. Anthony Medical Clinic is located at the corner of Highway 30 and Montana Street in Glidden. Call 659-3808 for an appointment. Now Whitaker gets 1 of 2. 19 points for him. It's a 7-point Wildcat lead. Ball being tapped around. Leonard able to control things. Nice pass down to Gunn. That's where he's at his best. Although double team, little tough shot, even tougher there on that one. Clay Morris now. Danner is open underneath. Can't get it to go, but is fouled on the play. With 56 seconds left, 48-41, Glidden Ralston with that 7-point lead. Jer Toon, the guilty party on the foul, and Blair Danner at the free throw line. West Central salutes the Wildcat athletes for their outstanding teamwork and dedication. Call on West Central to be part of your team and farming operations. West Central, a farmer-owned cooperative in business to exceed customer expectations. With a special thanks to all our sponsors allowing us to bring you these 10 TV Sports broadcasts of Glidden Ralston basketball this season. Now Danner gets 1 of 2. He has 9 points on the night, and the lead has grown to 8. 49-41. 50 seconds left. If you're East Greene, you might start looking for some threes. Fouch, however, saw the 2 that he liked and took it and got it. He wants the foul. Spoons needs to try to save that one. Into the hands. Coach Lyons about on an emotional roller coaster there. So close to getting the steal. Joby Hopkinson ends up committing the foul against Clay Morris. With 29 seconds left in this ball game. And Glidden Ralston leading it by 6. 49-43. Clay Morris at the free throw line. Morris with 5 points on the night. A lot of different people in the books for Glidden Ralston tonight. Jason Rohrbeck, Blair Danner, Clay Morris, Nathan Seaton, Tony Whitaker, Andy Prudence have all scored. Nice balanced attack tonight for Coach Kirk Deline. Down to 25 seconds left. 7-point Wildcat lead. East Greene with the ball. blocked out of there by Tony Whitaker as Greg Leonard, the guard, passing up on a three-point look. 18 seconds left. Trailing by 7. Three-pointers have to be one of your bigger options. And right there is one by Hoskinson. And a timeout called. It's a 4-point game with 17 seconds left and a timeout on the floor. Seconds left in this ball game. 50-46. Glidden Ralston hanging on to a 4-point lead after that three-pointer by Hoskinson. His first point. Big ones for East Greene here. Ball tapped, being fought for, and a foul called against Hoskinson as he battled Blair Danner for it. Another one of our fine sponsors is Lindy Equipment. Get more from White Outdoor, like more ways to help you save money on snowblowers. Ask about our prices, financing options, and our great dealer service. That's Lindy Equipment, your local White dealer at 108 South Idaho Street in Glidden. Give them a call at 659-3725. That's Lindy Equipment. Danner with 10 points after that free throw. Still just a two-possession game. Rohrbeck trying to keep it alive. Ball being bounced around, and Jason Rohrbeck comes down with it, and Leonard will foul Danner. And that about kills you. 15 seconds left, down by 5. And you can't get the offensive rebound, or the defensive rebound off the missed free throw. That is frustrating if you're a player and or a coach. 8.7 seconds. Glidden Ralston looking like they're going to get their first conference victory here tonight. They had a win last week over Rockwell City Lytton, then losing to Guthrie Center on Friday night in their conference opener. Here's Leonard. Needs to take a three. Steps back behind the line. And time will run out. And that is it. Glidden Ralston winning at 52-46. The final score here tonight. For the Wildcats to go to 1-1 in conference and 2-1 overall. They were led in scoring tonight by Tony Whitaker. 19 points for Tony tonight. Blair Danner added 11 for the Wildcats. 6 points scored by Clay Morris. And 8 points for Andy Pudens. For East Greene, their leading scorer tonight was Matt Gunn, who had 14 points.